Hey, this is going to be a video response to Lastalot. His recent video was about his Lucio Fulci collection, so I've gathered here almost all of my Lucio Fulci stuff. I think there's only one thing that I'm leaving out, which is a 27 by 40 reprint of the zombie poster, but it's just a reprint, so I figure why bother with it. But I have here DVDs, Blu-rays, a few magazines, and of course this mask. And I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way. I've already, shown this in my my Texas Nightmare haul video. So yeah, the Bump in the Night Creations zombie mask, City of the Living Dead mask. I actually did have the zombie mask, the original one, not like the mass-produced one that doesn't look too great, but the original one. And I sold it a few years ago. I regret selling it, but I will one day have to rebuy it. But until then, I've got this one, so I'll just set this aside. Magazines. I've got the Rue Morgue. I want to say this is 2006. Yeah, 2006. This was their Halloween issue, so it's like a double issue. And it has a pretty cool series of articles on Lucio Fulci and his films. Of course, you got to have the Horror Hound, City of the Living Dead retrospective, which is pretty badass. Everything from posters to the mask here, I believe, is actually covered in these articles. Yeah, there's the mask right there. So, very cool. And here I have an issue of Horror Hound, which actually has a zombie retrospective. And I believe there's actually a picture of the original Bump in the Night mask here. And they compare it to the mass-produced version. Yeah, that's the version that I had years ago. I ended up selling it for around $300. I think I paid about $90 for it. So I made a decent profit, but there's the mass-produced version, so you can see that one's a lot better. But magazines. Now on to the DVDs and the Blu-rays. Start with this stack right here. House by the Cemetery. This is the Anchor Bay version. This is being released by Blue Underground in late September, I believe. And there's actually a picture of the cover art floating around, which I will attempt to put in this video if I don't forget. But yeah, I've had this one for a few years. When Anchor Bay originally released these on VHS, the VHS had like a slipcover that was reversible, and this carried over to a few of the DVDs. So, as you can see on the opposite side of this cover, there's a little article on City of the Living Dead, or not City, sorry, House by the Cemetery. Looking forward to picking this one up on Blu-ray. We have Enigma, which I got used for a few dollars, and yeah, it was okay. I didn't really care for it too much, but it was decent. Here is Grindhouse Releasing's Cat in the Brain with the limited lenticular cover, which changes colors, as you can see. I think this was limited to, I want to say 2,500, and then they started releasing it without the special cover. And I believe the Hastings in Yukon, which is a small town about 10 minutes from me, actually has one of these left. It's been on the shelf for a year. No one in Yukon gives a fuck about Cat in the Brain, so it's just sitting up there, and it has this exclusive cover. So next time I go up there, I'll check it. If they have it, I might go ahead and pick it up and trade it. Who knows? But the Grindhouse editions are always awesome. 2 discs, and sometimes they come with the poster, sometimes it's a booklet. In this case, it's obviously a little booklet. And this is regarded as one of Fulci's last great films. Here we have the 2-disc version of Murder Rock, Shriek Show. Got this on sale at Best Buy for $7. Touch of Death, another $7 Best Buy buy. A few years back, all their Shriek Show releases were I believe it was $7.50. So, bought a shitload of stuff. Here's Zombie 3, which, you know, I'm still not sure about the whole story, but apparently he started to direct this, and then he was ill, so he had to take a break, and another director stepped in and finished it. But, Shriek Show with a little slip about the transfer. And of course, I've got the Shriek Show Zombie 2 set, which, as of right now, is the best version of this film, in my opinion. 2 discs. Then I've got Ora. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that title. I believe it means fear in Italian. Now, this isn't so much of a documentary as it is just a collection of interviews. And believe me, there are a lot of interviews on here. In fact, there's a list of everyone interviewed. Actors, fellow directors, producers, etc., etc. Here are 2 versions of Lizard in a Woman's Skin, both put out by Shriek Show. This is the 1-disc version. Here is the 2-disc version. I've heard that there's some sort of disc error with one of these discs, but I'm not too sure. I haven't had a chance to check that. Right here is Grindhouse Releasing's version of The Beyond. Pretty cool set. Comes with a poster. One of my more recent Blu-ray pickups, The Beyond. I actually just got through ordering 2 more of these Arrow releases, so looking forward to getting them in the mail. Comes with a poster. You've got 4 covers to choose from, and a ton of extras, interviews, commentary, stuff like that. Here I have the Beyond Anchor Bay tin, and this is actually one of the very first big purchases I ever made. I think this is $40 when it came out. When I was a kid, I didn't have a job or anything, so I get $10 a week for lunch, and I wouldn't eat, and I would save it up, and it took me like a month and a half to save up to buy this. And I got it at Suncoast back when DVDs were still super expensive. So really, really, really awesome booklet. You get a collection of these art cards here. And then, of course, your disc. And I think this was the second Fulci film I ever saw. Now on to the last 3. City of the Living Dead. The Blue Underground version. Got the Arrow version here with the poster and the art cards and the 4 different covers. However, the extra features are encoded in PAL, so they don't work on my player, which sucks, but the movie works fine. And then the Anchor Bay version, which was probably like the 5th or 6th DVD I picked up after I got the Beyond. There is my Lucio Fulci collection. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out Lastalot's channel because he's a fucking awesome guy. And thank you for watching.